hope you're well. Today's recipe is Qeema Karahi. This is a recipe using minced beef, but you can also follow the same recipe using minced lamb as well. So let's start with the ingredients.
Assalamu alaikum, hope you're all doing well. Faiz already shared what today's recipe is. It's Qeema Karahi, also known as Charsi Qeema or Charsi Qeema Karahi. It can be made both beef and lamb. So let's start with the ingredients. So we'll be using beef today. It's 500 grams of beef, minced beef. Spices, we have whole black peppercorns, which together with cumin seeds, which is here, will be roasting and crushing to use for this recipe. So roughly it's about half teaspoon of whole black peppercorns and 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, half a teaspoon of Kashmiri Red Chilli Flacks, half a teaspoon of red chili powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, which is to your taste. Whole spices, we have 1 black cardamom and 2 cloves, 1 lemon, about 1.5 inch length of ginger, which we'll be using for garnishing towards the end, about 8 or 10 green chilies. These chilies are also called bullet chilies, and they are available at most Asian shops in England. Pakistan, they should be available most places. So I'll show you what to do with these. 3 medium tomatoes. Garlic, we'll be using garlic and ginger to make ginger garlic paste, and then we'll be using ginger for garnishing as well, and 1 medium sized onion. The last couple of things, this spice mix which we have prepared will be going as a filling for these bullet chilies. It's we have prepared this at home using a mix of spices, which I'll leave in the description what exactly we have blended together. You can also buy it from a shop as a spice mix. It's very similar to Achari Gosht Spice mix, which you can buy from any brand. You see lots of nigella seeds on top, so that's what we really like. That's the reason we prepare it at home. Bunch of fresh coriander leaves and coal to give this a nice aroma towards the end. So let's begin.
To begin this recipe, we are going to take a frying pan and we're going to roast 2 ingredients together, which is going to be the peppercorns, the whole peppercorns, and the cumin seeds. So I've had the pan on a medium to high heat, so it's nice and hot, and I'm now ready to begin. So in goes the cumin seeds and the peppercorns, and I'm just going to do this for approximately 30 seconds until they start to cut brown a little bit, I suppose, in colour. You can really smell the cumin seeds already. And then I have a pestle and mortar on the side ready, because I'm going to grind these 2 together once they've roasted nicely. These are nice and ready after 30 seconds of frying, of roasting. So I'm just going to add them here now. And just grind those together. I think that's ready now. So it's not taken very long just to grind those 2 into a nice powdered form. Hope you can see that. So that's now ready to use. So now we're going to move on to the next stage. So I'm going to roast 2 other ingredients, which is the chili flakes and the chili powder. Same process again. So pan back on the heat. And in they go. So this process should not take more than 10 seconds. So once they are nicely roasted, which I can feel they already are, I'm going to put them into the pestle and mortar. So in the pestle and mortar is the whole black peppercorns, the cumin seeds, which we grinded into a powder, and then the roasted chili powder and chili flakes. So that is now ready, and I've also got the pan back on the heat for the next stage.
Okay, let's start the cooking process now. So enough oil, which you can use, I'll use about less than half a cup. The pan's already on heat. So what I'll do is, the first step would be to add minced beef to it, and I'll tell you why I do it like that. Heat was on medium. I'll turn it down slightly, low to medium. I don't want any minced beef getting burnt. So the reason I like adding minced lamb or minced beef as the first thing in oil is it has retained water, which personally, to my liking, I would like to reduce that water. And once I start the cooking process, I prefer adding fresh water to it. What that does is that gets rid of any unwanted smell in beef or lamb, and I find it a very useful technique to go about it.
So I am just preparing the ginger and garlic paste. So I'm using about 10 cloves of garlic and about an inch of ginger. So this is going to make about 2 tablespoons worth of ginger and garlic paste. It's important to have quite a lot of garlic for this recipe. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. So the ginger and garlic paste is all grinded together nicely, but I've left them in a sort of slightly thicker form. They're not grinded down into too much of a smooth paste, just because I find that this is much nicer for this kind of a dish. So just break it up enough so it's all sort of blended together, but without that kind of smooth texture. I'm preparing the onions. I'm just finely cutting them into sort of slivers. My eyes are beginning to burn now. So the mince has been cooking for about 12 to 15 minutes. There's still a little bit of water at the bottom, so we're just waiting for that to reduce. So in the meantime, I've been prepping my veg. So the onions are done, and I now want to show you what I'm doing with these green chilies. So I've prepared one here for you to have a little look. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the top off, so that's the stem. And inside you'll find all the seeds. And you just want to remove those seeds. They should just come out all in one go, hopefully. Oh, popped out. There we go. And you'll just find that it's a pocket. So this is a perfect place to add a spice mix. So we've got our homemade spice mix, which I'm going to add. But you can use something similar to Achari Gosht. But we've left our description of what we've used in our spice mix at the bottom if you want to make this yourself. So basically, if you've got a small spoon, that is very helpful. But you just want to fill each chilli, just so that the spice mix is inside, something similar to that.
Okay, so it's been about 15-20 minutes. It's been cooking in its own water, which it released, and we have not added anything yet. It was added to oil. So I think the water is reduced now, so it's time to move on and start adding our ingredients to this minced beef. If you see, it's still not dark brown. It's almost cooked all the way through, but because it was on a low heat, it has not burnt or given a dark color. So the first thing I'll add is 2 tablespoons of ginger and garlic paste. The reason I add ginger and garlic paste first is with that unwanted water removed from the minced beef, most of the unwanted smell is gone. But to give it a nice aroma and get rid of any of such smells, it's very important to fry it with ginger and garlic paste. So I'll turn the heat up to medium to high heat, and I'll start frying this beef with ginger and garlic paste. So instantly what I get is a very nice ginger garlic aroma that the beef has started to give. It's very important to follow these steps if you don't like the smell from beef and the smell from lamb, and you want to give it a nice aroma and remove all such unwanted smells. I'm going to stir fry for about 5 minutes. It's been 5 minutes of stir frying the beef with ginger and garlic paste, and the aroma has just changed. It's such nice smell. I don't smell any beefiness, if that's the word. So it's a very nice aroma already coming through. So what I'll do at this stage is add onions. And stir fry again for about 5 minutes. Okay, so I've been stir frying it for about 5-6 minutes, medium heat. The onions, they've gone quite soft. Still the foam is there. The foam will be there. So what I'll do at this stage is I'll move to the next step of adding spices. So it's all the spices: crushed red chilies, red chili powder, cumin, and black whole peppercorns crushed, which we had together in one pan. So all of that goes in and continue stir frying it. And the smell that you get stir frying these spices with onions and ginger and garlic with beef is very, very inviting. If you see, the color has started to change to much fresher color now. So what I'll do is at this stage, for a nice color and just to let the beefs absorb spices better, I'm going to add 1 whole lemon to it. Losing some beef there. So I would let this beef cook for about 10 minutes. I'll add a splash of water. So I'll add rest of the ingredients, which is 1 teaspoon of salt, which is to your taste. Tomatoes, just cut into halves, and they just go in split side facing down. So these are 3 tomatoes. Splash of boiling water from the kettle. Heat setting is at low. I'll put the lid on probably for 5 minutes and take it off after 5 minutes. I would like the beef and everything to cook for about 10 minutes, or unless the tomatoes, they dissolve and they just form a nice paste. So it's been about 5 minutes without the lid. I have just added little more water now. I'll add a little tiny bit more, and I would want the lid to go on for 10 minutes so that all the tomatoes, they dissolve, and I'll check after 10 minutes. It's on low heat, so just make sure it's on low heat and let it cook. Okay, so while it cooks, I'm going to add black cardamom and 2 cloves to it as well. So I'm just slicing the ginger into fine strips to go as garnish towards the end. Just chopping fresh coriander leaves, garnish as well. Okay, so it's been cooking for about 10 minutes. Let's see how it looks now. So these are for, because onions have been added in halves, so it'll be very easy to pick the skin if they've started to dissolve.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, so it's
Looks good.
very nice. So you just pick the tomato skin like this and it goes separate. Same for second one.
That's very easy.
Okay, so the skin's off. I'll just help the tomatoes. They're very soft, but I'll just help them to dissolve with the beef. So a minced beef is cooked all the way through. It's very nice aroma. No unwanted smells. It's just
Smells
the aroma
nice.
is beautiful, and just need to finish it off now. So the lid won't be going back again. So I'll turn the heat slightly high to medium again, and I'll reduce the water. I would like the water to be dried. The water content should not be there, and that's what brings the flavors out. And once it's halfway, the water drying, I'll add these green chilies with the magic spices and Nigella seeds, black onion seeds, or kalonji in Urdu. They are just loaded with the nice spices. So we'll start adding these halfway once the water is almost dry, and they just get very soft in dum. So that's what we want to do.
What do you eat this?
Naan bread is perfect. Roti or naan bread, but I really love it with naan bread. So we're going to prepare some naan bread with it.
Okay.
I think we have been doing all the food. One part which I think we have not done so far is preparing breads. So I think very soon, in next few days, we'll start preparing with some breads, and I think the first ones would be the ones which are the most difficult for most people, and but they just one is bhature chane and puri. So I think I'll share the recipes which I do for these two, and after that we'll do naan bread, roti, and paratha, lachedar paratha, all those recipes. So keep watching the videos, and there's lots more to come. So I'm just it's on medium heat, just letting the water dry a little, and the beef is already cooked. The onions which are in there are very soft, and they give a nice taste with beef and tomatoes. The taste that you get overall of this dish with the aroma is very, very pleasing. Okay, so the water's been reducing for about 10 minutes. It's almost reduced. If you see, I've added some whole black peppercorns. This was not in the recipe, but I just like whole black peppercorns, so I've added a few to go. I think they go very nice with it. Okay, so at this stage, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add first the heat setting on low, and I'll start adding those spice-filled green chilies to it. So just place them gently on top so that the spice is retained inside these bullet chilies. Some left over here, which I'll just add to the dish. So it's on low setting now. There is little water content still in there. To make these chilies go soft, I'll just give it a quick dum for maybe 3-4 minutes. So I'll just put the lid on, and halfway during this dum, I would add coal to it as well. So I'll just start lighting my coal and I'll show you how to do it. I've heated this coal. If you see, it's turning grey now. So what I'll do is I'll just transfer this to this small copper pot, and you can see the smoke coming out. What I'll do is I'll just add some desi ghee on it, and it goes in here quick, and the lid back on. Just seal it. It's been on dum with that coal in there for about 5 minutes. Let's take the lid off and see how it looks and how it smells. Take this out now. It's very, very nice smell that is infused from the coal into the beef, and water is dried as well, and the green chilies have become very soft. If you see, very soft to the touch, so you can actually break it for every bite very easily, and the oil has started to leave. See, on the edges the oil is separated. So this is all ready. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to garnish it with some fresh coriander leaves, and some ginger.
Food is all prepared and we've displayed it just like this, so I hope you can see it nicely. All that's left now is to try it, which I'm very excited about. It smells amazing.
So our Charsi Qeema Karahi is ready, and I haven't tasted it yet, so it's I think I'm really tempted to give it a go now.
Yeah, go on.
Would you like to try as well?
I want a bit of that chilli though.
Yeah. So break that chili with all those spices inside that chili, and have a nice bite of keema with it.
Yeah.
And that's when you will get all the taste.
Okay.
So I'm just going to make a bite, break this chili, get all the spices, get all the keema with ginger. Oops, a bit messy. It's alright. Okay, so let's try. I think it's the best I've ever made. What do you think? Yeah? You see the kick you get from the spices which are inside the green chilies?
That green chilli is lovely, and the spices in there. I'd want that on every bite full. That's lovely. But it's, I know it's gonna sound weird, but it tastes like it smells. It's that inviting from all the from the coal. It's got that like, background smokiness.
You can actually taste layers of different flavors, and that's what we have tried to create. Give it lots of layers and finish it off with that smoke of coal. So I'll keep eating, you can do the talking now.
Well, we really hope that you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and like this video, and we hope to see you again next time. Take care for now. Bye!